Hi everyone. I am Malika. I'm the vice president of DISC, and today's meeting or event is about minors that are related to data science or data analysis. And we also have Ritika, who is our president. So if Ritika wants to just say something.
Hey, I'm Ritika. I'm so excited to learn about different data science minors too, because I'm a computer science major. So I really don't know much about the data science like majors or minors.
Great. We do have a few minors, but a raise of hands, or you can just use the raise hand button if you are a CDS major. Okay, we got a couple of CDS majors. I am a CDS major myself. If everybody could just say or put in the chat what their major is exactly. Oh, we got a few computer sciences, Ritika. Yeah, okay, great. So we do have a couple of computer related majors. And so let's talk about minors at George Mason that are related to data science or data analysis. So we do have a couple. There can be many different kinds of ways you can use data science and data analysis, and they can be used in many different types of industries like finance, sports, healthcare, even the government. Every single type of industry uses at least some sort of data science or data analysis in their work. So we can get started on the types of minors that are provided at George Mason. So to name a couple, let me start sharing my screen. Give me 1 second. So we do have a couple of minors that we have at George Mason. The first one is called Business Analytics minor, which is part of the School of Business. Another one is called the Data Analysis minor, which is part of the Department of Statistics. We have the Sports Analytics minor, which is part of the College of Education and Human Development. And then we also have Government Analytics minor, which is part of the School of Policy and Government. And the last one we have is the Computational and Data Sciences minor. So we may have some computational and data science majors here, but they also provide a minor as well. So we can get started on talking about the business analytics minor. So let me share my screen. So the first one is the business analytics minor, which is part of the School of Business. For anyone who is interested in going into the finance industry, this is a great minor for those who want to, get that grasp in that industry. So, it takes all the amount of data that flows within the financial industry and helps you make better decisions, better predictions, and help you form better strategies, which can help you make effective decisions. And so there's different kinds of things that you have to go through. You have to take certain courses for this minor. That you need to take for any minor in general, you need to take at least 8 credits that are not related to your major. So they have to be completely unique for the minor. So they cannot be applied towards your major or any other minor or concentration. So that's a general thing for all minors. And you do have to make sure that you are getting a C or above in all of the courses that are applied for your minor. And that's a general policy for all minors. So let's talk about the requirements for the business analytics minor. So there are 15 credits. Usually for any minor, it'll be about 15 credits of requirement courses that you need to take. So let's talk about the required courses. As you can see, there is only one required course for the minor, and it's called Data Mining and Business Applications, which gives you like a nice good dive into, understanding how, business analytics to help improve your decision making, especially with being able to find the appropriate data towards useful, let's say, real life decisions that you need to make, especially for the financial industry. So this is a required course that needs to be taken, and you have to look at the required prerequisites for each of the courses. There are some, and yeah, so that is a required course. Then there's also electives that you can take. Usually any major has quite a few electives that you can take towards the minor, and they don't have to be completely towards your major. So there are quite a few. You can take a ton of different types of classes, and you only need to take about 12 of those related courses. So that will become 15. So 3 and 12, 15. But you can choose to your heart's desire what kind of course you want to take towards the kind of work that you want to do. And there's tons of different kinds. There's finance, there's accounting, there's marketing, there's operations management, there's also statistics. So there's a ton of different courses that you can take. So that is the business analytics minor. And like I said, the admissions is you just need to take 8 credits that are unique to the minor itself. So that's the business analytics minor. So the next one we're going to be talking about is the data analysis minor. So this is the data analysis minor. Before we head into this one, does anybody have any questions about the business analytics minor? Okay. If you want to, you can also put your question in the chat as well. So,
I put up a question in the chat.
Okay, great. What do you think of a CDS major with a CS minor? I haven't really heard of that. Usually it's for people who want to learn more of coding. People who do CS minor is usually for those who want to do more of, understanding and learning Java, or wanting to do more coding classes like Python. That's usually why some CDS majors do a CS minor, but data science is more for analyzing and things like that. It does require quite a few programming, like C, C#, maybe C++, Java, Python, things like that, which is what the CS minor could provide for you. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I think I just started choosing CS minor from this semester, and the reason why I chose that was CDS major itself has a lot of like things that deals with a lot of like data analysis, like dealing with data, but I feel like CDS major doesn't really talk a lot about the programming itself, like the coding part, and I feel like CDS major students are, unless they're like self-learned, I feel like they're really weak on the coding skills. That's what I thought, and maybe CS minor would help. That's what I was thinking. But then all these like C++, Java, I feel like those are like really extra if I'm like really pursuing for CDS.
That does make sense. Yeah. A lot of what you do in CDS is a lot of more statistics based. It's not really more of a coding base. You do learn certain, programs, of course, like R, Python, and MATLAB, which is more for the statistics side, and data visualization. But for those who really want to dig deep into the coding, the CS minor does help with that.
Thank you.
So the data analysis minor is the next one we'll be talking about. And to answer the question, oh,
Malika, someone's asking what your minor is.
yeah, I was just about to say my minor is the data analysis minor. So this is the one that we will be digging into right now. So the data analysis minor is, I'll answer the next question after we talk about the data analysis minor. So the data analysis minor is more broad. It gives you a good background on, the data analysis, statistics, as well as, data science and the methodology behind everything. It really gives you a good grasp on every single aspect. If you want to do psychology, or if you're like a major in psychology or a major in, nursing, mathematics, any type of major, this would be perfect because it gives you that broad understanding of everything. So like I said, admissions policy, it's the same thing. You need to have those 8 unique credits towards this major. So you can't have those 8 credits going towards your major. What's so special about this minor, though, is that it gives you something called a digital technology credential. So the Greater Washington Partnership, they provide this thing called the digital technology credential, which helps you, stand out. If you are applying for an internship or you're applying for a job, this gives you like a specific credential that helps you kind of stand out from everyone else. These gives you the certain technology skills that certain, companies are looking for, and it helps you acquire those technology skills as well. So this is something, if you are interested, this is part of the digital analysis minor. There are certain requirements that go into it. And these are some of the companies that the digital tech credential can give you, a little extra access to. So these are some of them, if you can see. Yeah. And now we'll be talking about, like, there's some parts of the data analysis minor that you do need to take towards the digital technology credential. So you do need to take the first level of statistics, the second level as well. You can take either CDS 301 or 463 statistics. And you do need to take cybersecurity, the introduction course, and then you can take any course, any related course from the digital analysis minor. So now going back to the digital data analysis minor. So there are quite a few courses that you can choose from. So you do need to take, there are some required courses that you have to take. Those two being Stat 250 or Stat 350, or if you are an engineering or statistics student, Stat 344, Stat 354. So I'm pretty sure students who are in CS, they need to take this sequence, but that is okay because that does go towards this minor as well. There is the electives that you can take, and you only need to take 9 of these credits because you already have taken 6 of the credits required towards the minor, I mean. So these are a few of the courses that you can take. There are a ton of different kinds. They're very, very broad. There's a ton of statistics, a ton of biology courses, CDS, CS even. But you do have to keep in mind that some of these courses that you do take can't go towards the minor unless they're unique to your minor. 8 credits of them. There's cybersecurity, there's a government course, geography, and psychology and social science, sociology and systems. So there's a ton of different courses, very, very broad. There's also some health courses in there that you can take as well. And it gives you a really good understanding of every single kind of, industry as well. So that is also a great minor that you can look into. And yeah, so now let's answer a few more questions. So So the Google data analysis minor, the question was, someone is planning to take the Google data analytics course from Coursera. And the plan, and should I still plan to do a data analysis or CDS minor? So Google data analytics course is a great course to take, especially it'll give you a great understanding of data analytics, especially the Google way of using it. Excuse me. So the data analysis minor will give you a more broad understanding of everything, and the CDS minor will also give you a more broad understanding of helping you get to where you want to be in terms of knowledge. So Google Data Analytics course is a great way of developing your skills and your knowledge as well. And there's no harm in taking a minor, understanding more and learning more. There's absolutely no harm in that. So the next question is, what do you think of the MIS minor? I don't know exactly what MIS is. Is that like a business course? Is that a business minor? I think it's management information systems. Okay. So I would say if you are looking more into like operations and like learning more about like, it's not, I'm not exactly sure. I haven't really looked into that. If you believe it's worth it, then you should definitely take it. I know it may be a few extra like workload. If you believe it'll help you towards where you want to be, then definitely do it. But you do have to have like a gut feeling that you want to do it. I hope that helps in your question. Okay. It's okay. I just didn't know about the management information systems. I didn't really dive deep into that one. But if you feel like it's a good feeling for you to take it, then definitely do it. What year are you at, George Mason, if I may ask? If you feel like it's a good choice, I started my minor around sophomore year as well. So if you believe that you have enough space and time to be able to do it, then definitely do it. I think minors are a great way of getting, a broad understanding, as well as helping you learn about something else while you're doing your major. Sometimes doing the same things over and over again might get a little boring or tiring. So it's always good to, learn about something else at the same time. Now we can go to the next one, which is the the sports analytics minor. So sports analytics can be used for possibly like anything sports industry related. So, those people who are, watching, like they're talking about the football games at the same time, those sports analysis people, their broad understanding of the sport is because first of all, they have watched the sport or have done the sport for many years. But also there are people who are behind that data that they're collecting. The sports analysis people have people behind them. So this is a great way of getting a broad understanding of sports analytics while also doing something that you love. So if you do love, sports like football, basketball, anything like that, this is a great minor for you. So, same things apply policies wise, 8 credits, unique. That's kind of the same thing towards all of every single minor. And having a GPA of a 2.0 for all your coursework is the same as having a C. So having a C or above, or a GPA of 2 and above for all the coursework that you're taking, that will help you go for your minor and make sure that your minor will go towards the schoolwork that you've been doing. So this is the requirements for the course. There are 18 credits for this course, which is a little bit more, like maybe 3 credits more, but it does give you a lot of, different types of things that you can do. So these are kind of the requirements that you have to take. You have to, understand your sports management, and you take an introduction in that. There are, as you can see, no requirements for this course. It's a basic introduction course. And then there's also the sports analytics course. And the sports analytics course does have a couple of prerequisites, but as you can see here, those prerequisites are basically right here. If you don't take this course right now, you can take it like later on in the semester after you've taken one of, this course or this course. So this is a required course, this one, and this one for this course, as you can see right here. So I would say this course is definitely great. As you can see here, there are specific groups that you have to, go towards. Usually Stat 250 is a course that every single student kind of has to take in terms of like a math course that everyone takes. It's a very simple introductory to statistics course that is simple. If you don't want to go towards this sequence, then this sequence is definitely something you can do. But if you have that Stat 250 course already in, your coursework, then that is also great, because that will go towards this course that you have to take. So that right there is 12 credits already as required courses, which means that you only need to take 6 more credits to be able to finish up this minor, which means you'd have to take 6 credits of electives. So off the bat, CDS 130 is basic MATLAB and data visualization course. That helps a lot in sports analytics as well, because data visualization is key in a lot of, charts and graphs that people, show, especially in that sports industry. Data visualization is kind of key there. Then there's also social network analysis, which I believe it is Python. If you can correct me, okay, Lanya here, our secretary it is Python. So this course is Python, and if you do know Python, that is definitely a great course to take, but I don't recommend taking this course if you don't know Python, because it is more difficult for you to learn Python while you're doing it. Yeah. So then there's also 2 different kinds of courses you can take. Decision and risk analysis is a great course that you can take. I know it says it looks like that there's a ton of prerequisites, but as you can see here, it says or, which means you can take Stat 250 or this, which basically means you just have to take Stat 250 and then you're done. Or Stat 334 or Stat 444 if you're a CS major. So that's pretty simple. Stat 250, right there, you're done. This course is definitely great. So you could definitely take this course, and then you're done. Or you can choose to do research methods, which helps you, learn more about, research designs within the sports world and things like that. And of course, all you need would be Stat 250, same thing. It does say or right there. So all you would need is Stat 250. So you definitely have a good amount of decision in like the type of courses you want to do as your elective. But just to remind you, if you don't really know Python, then this course would kind of be difficult for you. But otherwise, this course is a beginner MATLAB course, which is definitely a great course that you can take. So that is the sports analytics minor. So now I will answer some more questions. Let me see. this session is recorded, so it will be put on YouTube for those who are, interested in watching the whole entire thing. I did, for those who did come later into the event, this whole thing is being recorded. And Lania, if you would like to talk more about 292 this semester, could you please explain it a bit more?
Yeah, so 292, I took it last semester. It's not, an analysis of social networks as in Facebook, Twitter, and etc. It's more of just the interaction of like things with other things and like cluster things that cluster together in terms of like how those things can be social. It's more of like an abstract view. It's very, very theoretical. So I highly recommend you read the textbook that's provided. I think depending on who you have, who was it that said is taking 292? Is it Tug? Yeah, depending on who you have, I think the textbook they provide is written by one of the professors because it's kind of an up and coming research field. I highly recommend you like really read it and try to wrap your head around the theories because that'll help you with the Python code and translating it into that. But yeah, if you need any help, I'm here. You can reach me through GroupMe and I can help you out with whatever you need with that class.
Thank you, Lania.
Of course.
All right. So next question was learning about the scientific leadership and practice minor. I will touch on that a tiny bit, a little bit here and there. I will get to that near the end after we've talked about like the data science and the analytics related minors. So the next minor, since we'll move on to the next one, which is government analytics minor. So for those who are more interested in the government side of everything, the government industry and wanting to go more into like the political side of things, this is definitely a great minor for you to take. It kind of integrates, different kinds of levels of government, federal, state, local, and I believe there's other kinds of levels of government that I'm not really sure of. There's probably lower than local, but this gives you a lot of practice in R and Python, which is those two are great tools for data visualization as well as data organization, data cleaning, all those types of things. And it's definitely great for those who are, interested in public administration, political science, and international relations. So same thing goes for this one, courses all have to have a C or higher and 8 unique coursework related to the minor. And so this one requires 19 to 20 credits, depends on if you take a 3 credit course or a 4-level course, which is why there's a 19 to 20. So it says of the total credits, 9, not 8, but 9 credits have to be unique to the minor. Especially because there is a 4-level course in there somewhere. They have to be unique. And as you can see, all the courses in this are required courses. So you don't have to take every single course. You can just select some of the following. But as you can see here, CDS 101 and 102 and 230 are 3 required courses that you do have to take for the minor. So CDS 101 and 102 is basically introduction to R programming, R coding, and it's very simple. It gives you a perfect, practice in data visualization, learning about how statistics and coding go together, as well as helping you create sort of studies that can help you with like research and things like that. And so that is CDS 101 and 102, 102 being the lab for 101. And then CDS 230 is the modeling and simulation class provided by CDS. And this course is more touched into Python. So like I said, there's R and Python that's being used. And this course is very, very simple. So like I said about the last one where CDS 292 is more of a, Python course that you should have an understanding of Python in. In this course, it's an introduction to Python. So you don't need to have that Python background to be able to do this course, because they teach you, the certain tools and everything for getting through this class. And so then you have to select one of the following from these courses, which is CDS 101, CDS 301, 302, 303, and STAT 463. If you've seen, this course is kind of similar in quite a few different minors, if you've seen already. This is definitely taught a little bit in CDS 101, exploratory data analysis, and this one dives a little more deep into that, and you definitely use a lot more statistics. R uses a lot of statistics as well, so this dives a little deeper into everything with QQ plots, box plots, dot plots, things like that. But you do need to have either STAT 350 or STAT 354 for those who are the CS or other engineering majors that require this course. So you do need the second level of introductory statistics to be able to take this course. But these are more specific. These ones talk about data visualization specifically. This one talks about data and databases, and this one talks about data mining. So you can choose from one of these courses. Then from this one, you have to, of course, it's a government minor, so you do have to take 2 government-related minors. So as you can see here, some of them are you have to take 6 to 7 credits related to the minor. So some of them, that means that some of them are 4 level credit classes. So government 300 is gives you a nice and deep dive into like research methods and analysis towards government. And it is a 4-level class. A recommended prerequisite is that you should have 60 credit hours related to your major. So you do need to have 60 credits, 60 credits total. So let's say you have to be around a junior level. 60 credits is around a junior level of credits that you do need to take. And so there's a ton of different types of courses that you can take that are related to government specifically, not entirely related to data analysis or data science. Because it is a government minor, you do need to have that government understanding as well. So these top courses give you the data science, data analysis related knowledge. And then these last 2 courses that you have to take give you that government related knowledge. And I don't believe this one is I'm not entirely sure if this one is a requirement. It might be for those who are taking the government minor. But if it is, this class is, it's kind of like let's say a capstone. It's similar to a capstone. If you've heard of what capstone is, it's kind of like a group project essentially, and you're learning about, you're like doing group projects together and you're doing discussion and paperwork, but capstone is a little different than a synthesis seminar. So yeah. So this is the government minor. And does anyone have any questions before I move on to the last data science related minor? Okay. I'm going to stop sharing my screen really quickly because I do have to pull up something. Okay, now that I'm back, I'm going to start sharing my screen again. So the last minor, it looks like the last minor that we will be talking about is the computational and data science minor, which is for those who are not in, computational and data sciences as their major, but would like that understanding towards, data science and, scientific computing and modeling and all those types of things. So this gives you that grasp into decision making and, problem solving, practical knowledge and computational skills, that type of stuff. Of course, 8 credits. You do 6, it's like 8 credits, of course, unique to your minor, and you do have to have a C or higher in all your courses, but there's a little bit different here. Only 6 credits in their minor have to be at George Mason. So if you have, if you are a transfer student, other credits could apply towards it. So at least 6 credits in the minor have to be at George Mason that you have taken. I don't believe a few of you are transfer students, but if you are, this may be a help to you. But these are some of the requirements for the CDS minor. Only 15 credits, and there are kind of like a good amount of required courses that are in the prerequisites, but it should be fine because they're kind of basic requirements to the courses. So and they kind of lead on to, so if you want to take a higher level CDS course and it says CDS 130 needs to be taken, and you've already taken it, then you're fine like that. So these are all recommended courses that you can take. None of these are like they're not like required courses. As you can see, like you only need to take this or that, and this or that. So you could take either CDS 101 or CDS 130. So CDS 101, going back to it, is R, and CDS 130 is MATLAB. So you can choose between which one you want to take. Or of course you can take both if you feel like it, but usually CDS 130 can be the same thing as CS 112 or IT 104, I believe. So if you've already taken either IT 104 or CS 112, then you don't need to take CDS 130. So CS 101 is a good course to take if you want that understanding in R. So then there are 9 courses that you can take in any CDS or CSI courses. So if you didn't know what CSI is Computational Science and Informatics. This is more for graduate level courses. CSI is a master's level major. So you can take some courses in the 500 level. So CSI 500 is a course that you can take. It is a bit difficult, not as difficult as you think, because this is kind of like an introduction to all the computational science tools that you can use. And CSI 501 is also a course that you can take towards the CDS minor. So if you're not interested in learning about like C or Fortran, then this course is not exactly for you. If you didn't know what Fortran is a programming language that is way older than any of us here today. So, and it's only used by certain places like NASA and Boeing, and very, very few maybe physics people use Fortran. So if you're not really interested in learning about Fortran, then I don't recommend this course. But if you are, definitely, take a grasp into it. But there's also other CDS courses that you can take. So there's tons of different courses that you can take. CDS 1, all these courses, 200 level courses, Introduction to Computational Social Sciences, which gives you an understanding in modeling, and like NetLogo and AnyLogic, which are modeling and simulation, agent-based modeling, agent-based models, sorry. So there's a ton of different courses that you can take here. And this course here is the same thing as CSI 501. So like I said, if you're not really interested in learning about Fortran, this is not exactly the class for you, but if you would like to, definitely take a grasp into it. There's a ton of different courses you can take. Machine learning. There are certain required prerequisites that you have to look into. So definitely make sure you are looking at the required prerequisites to see if you've either already done them or planning to take them later on in your school year. Then there's also a few, like maybe one class of upper level courses that you have to take within the College of Science or the School of Engineering. So if it's already a class from your major, maybe it could be applied towards this upper level course, but just a reminder that you do need 8 unique credits towards your minors. So that is the CDS minor. Any questions about this one? All right. And there was a question before that someone was, Kieran, but wanted to learn more about the scientific leadership and practice minor. So especially if you want to become like a senior level data science scientist, the scientific leadership and practice minor does dive more deep into like communication skills, leadership practices, and it helps you equip for those types of things, especially in that real world job position. This minor is it's like the same thing as taking like an internship where you're learning those skills of communication as well as leadership and engagement and things like that. It does dive more deep into like scientific communication, but if you're already doing that in your coursework and especially during internships, then this minor just helps you get more of that spark and get more of that comfortability for you to be able to talk and, you know, help you share information with, you know, employers or things like that. So I hope that answers your question. I believe if you would like to learn more about like applied like programming and things like that, then one of these minors is definitely a great choice. Maybe even a CS minor if you would like to learn more codes, like programming languages like Java and things like that. But it's obviously it is your choice what you would like to do. You can choose any of these minors, especially the science and leadership practice minor too. That is definitely a great option to help you build those skills for interpersonal skills as well. So these were all the minors that we had. And so if you would like to apply for a minor, there is a form that you do have to fill out, and which is this form. This is the form that you have to fill out. So if you can see here, you have to fill out your G number, your last name, first name, and your Mason email, your major that you are taking, and especially the catalog year that you, I believe, are in right now. I am not entirely sure. Just double check with, I believe your, does anybody see my emails? You don't see it? Okay, cool. Because I'm going to pull
You can
up.
see it.
You can? You can?
Yes.
Okay, you can see it. So you were seeing my, okay, emails. Let's see. Why is it like this?
Yeah, we can see. Maybe you can
Okay.
stop sharing for a
Okay,
second.
can you see them now?
No.
Okay, let me do something really quickly. So I'll just show everybody what mine looked like maybe. While of course hiding some of the things. For some reason, I cannot. Oh, it's because it's with. The name of the person with the data analysis minor was, I believe. I'm sorry. All right, I apologize. I can't seem to find my application for it, but if you can see here, this is the form that you do have to fill out and send to your advisor. You put in the minor that you're requesting, and this right here means this is the catalog year that you came into school and are doing your minor in. So let's say you came in to school fall of 2019. So then you would put 2019, 2020 over here. And so over here, what year you are requesting for the minor would be the next. If it's during the fall semester and you're wanting to apply during the spring, then you'd also put hypothetically, what year are we in? We are in the fall. We are in 2021, 2022 catalog year. So you'd put that here. Or if you would like to, if you're applying for the spring and you are going to be starting it in the fall semester, then you would put 2022, 2023 over here for the next catalog year. But you'd put your minor here that you were requesting, and then you'd put your you wouldn't put it, but your advisor, who is the minor's advisor. So for the data analysis minor, the minor advisor is Brett D. Hunter, I'm pretty sure his name was, but he is the minor advisor for, I apologize, the data analysis minor. So you'd have to figure out who the minor's advisor is. You can contact your own advisor and email them asking who the minor's advisor is there. Usually advisors are great help. This form can be, I apologize, this form can be filled out, let's say whenever, as long as you are taking the courses for the minor that you want to take, and as long as you have the minor portrayed before you graduate. So let's say if you are, let's say you are a senior and you are going to be graduating in the fall, the 2021-2022 catalog year, and you've already taken courses for the minor, but you haven't declared it yet, you can contact your advisor and ask them to declare it by filling out this form. And then you'd put the catalog year of 2021-2022 over there. So yeah, if that answers your question. And I will share this link in the chat for everyone to see. I will also, if you have not gotten the link or you forgot about the link, I will be posting it in the GroupMe, or you can always contact me on GroupMe, or you can contact the DISC email and we can send it to you through there. Yeah, so minor courses, they don't have to be related to your major at all. They can be like minor related courses that, so if you are, taking the courses and you haven't declared the form, that's completely okay. So let's say I was taking the data analysis minor courses, like I was taking Systems 469, all those different types of courses that I was taking, and I didn't declare my minor. So what I can do is I can contact my advisor and tell him I would like to declare my minor now, even if I am like going to graduate the next semester, but you always have to make sure that you have a semester space. Sometimes it may not apply, especially if you're in the last semester of your graduation. So you should definitely make sure that you are declared either before you start taking the courses or while you're taking the courses, but definitely a semester before you graduate, if that answers your question. And of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. You can ask me here, you can ask me after the session's over, or you can, of course, send me a message on GroupMe. I'm definitely available to help anytime. But thank you so much for coming. I hope you all learned more about what kind of minors that we have at Mason and how they can be applied towards what you specifically want to do and what kind of industry you want to do. Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.